Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Quiet down now. Quiet down now. Class is in session. Kitties. No. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You got your lemon water ready to go. I'm doing something a little different today. I'm having a cup of coffee. I never do this, so it's like I have a cup of coffee like once every 4 or 5 months or something. It's a really rare occurrence, 5 or 6 times a year, maybe less. So I'm probably going to be pretty crazy on the stream because I never have any caffeine or stimulants because I'm always hyper. I don't need any. So that's what you coffee people like about this stuff, huh? Tastes pretty good. Tastes pretty good. Yeah, I'm just like so foreign to what normal people do. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's go. Let's break it down for Bitcoin. All coins are pumping. Interesting enough, we got Tau at all-time highs, just destroying the game. TIA kind of behind it. Manta Dow kind of in the game. And me switching the starting screen off. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. My name's Sam Price, Crypto Life. I've been trading for 15 years. We're going to have fun today. We're going to talk about a bunch of different things. We're going to break it down, and we're going to have fun. We're going to listen to some music in the background, but we're going to be productive. We're going to be positive, and we're going to pay attention to what's happening around us. So God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. May you stay blessed, and let's jump into it. I drank coffee once, and my wife said, "Who are you?" So that's still very subjective in my mind. I know they don't still, but the levels for certain. Caffeinated stream, yeah. Shout out to Sean in the house. Sean, we love you. We appreciate you. Crypto Lifer sipping his macchiato. Yeah, and it's only right if you have that clear glass. I feel like, gotta sip coffee out of the clear with the rounded rim there. Just gotta feel right. Italian glass. It's a little watery, though. Babe, could I have another cup? So, my love, I would love another cup. It's so good, though. Maybe I can get... May I have another cup of coffee? Why not? She said no. So mean. Like, babe, come on, man. Don't be like, don't look like, be like, She said, heck no. Slow down, Sammy. You're going to pee your pants. Oh, man. Here we go. Now, and the stream begins. All right, so I'm looking at the NQ inside this little flag. They dulp and dip down. They got the people who are stopped out here on side of support, okay? Always wait for the movement of that 9:30 into 10:15 area, right? So they got a bit of a long squeeze this morning. Can we get the bullish div on that 1 minute time frame? Can you get the bounce back to the upside? Are you going to make an inverted head and shoulder? Continue further to the downside? You're like, wait, he's not talking about Bitcoin? NQ is just interesting. They lost this key level right here. High volume node. You can see the next high volume node sticking right there down at 17,597. We fell out of the beautiful pattern, but fell back inside. It's actually kind of messy too as well. The NQ. When I look at the NQ, the daily has had a beautiful run up, and you'd have to say you've hit resistance on the daily. Gonna break this down on Friday, but it looks to me like you're going to get a pullback. I can spend all night on, I guess. Now I gotta do the NQ in big letters, but look, got this rising wedge, right? Rising wedges break down 68% of the time, so you're getting tighter in a wedge. It would be likely that the NQ would pull back to this level. You hit the volume area highs, you boom through the VRVP, and you got some bearish divergence here, so you're likely going to pull back now to one of these two key levels for the NQ. The 21-day moving average will tell you a story. See, it's pretty close, so it tells you might even just do something like this and continue to the upside. But it does say some sideways or downward price action for the NQ, in my humble opinion. But it doesn't look like it would be the worst thing in the world. Oh, wow, you did bring me. It's not hot?
No.
Are you serious?
It's warm.
Why wouldn't you just go...
Just taste it and tell me if it's okay. You want it hotter than that?
Yeah, it's watery.
Right,
why is it so watery?
It's the same exact coffee I gave you earlier that you said was so good. I'll warm it up for you.
All right. I love you. Thank you so much, my love. How dare you treat the lifer like that? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all for jumping on in. So NQ, I just look for a little pullback here and then continuation. What I like is the 200 SMA moving with the 21. You see? And you just got to get tight. You might even get a deeper pullback, but eventually it looks boom. They're going to keep printing money. So the money has to fall into this. So as they continue to print money all year long, they're going to print money. They print money every time we have an election cycle. They do everything they can to cover everything up. It's like the kid that, he never cleans his room, but then he'll do everything he can, right before, just in case to try to, it's like that last minute. They try to make everything look as neat as possible, but it's like the kids throwing everything under the bed and throwing it in the closet. It's not really clean. All right. Let's take a look at BTC, USD. I think we look at that coin sometimes, right? We go over it every once in a while. It's something that we talk about occasionally. So the daily had a beautiful run up, but it can't get above resistance, and the Stokes are getting high. We have to observe the fact that we had a beautiful pump to the upside. I'm just going to show you the smaller time frame for a second, because I know there's people that are like, so we talked about this falling wedge breaking to the upside right here, if you last watched my update, right? And had you taken the falling wedge breaking to the upside, you'd be in the money right now, and we did kind of play with this idea. We're still in the long on Bitcoin over at MEXC on the perpetual. The perpetual.
Are you about to sneeze?
No, I like to say I just like to joke around.
Taste that.
It's a little warmer, but it looks way too white now. You
not
give
white.
it back when it's this white at the store.
No, it's not.
You're
white.
always like, can I? That's too
Colorblind,
much
so you don't
cream.
even
You're
know what
always
you're
like, that's
talking
too
about.
much
Just
cream.
taste it. It's perfect.
It's way too much milk.
No.
It's way
I
too much.
spill it in the
Just
sink.
put some coffee on top of
There's
that for
no
me.
more coffee.
It's way too much milk.
No, it's not, Sam. It's raw milk.
It tastes like milk.
Don't drink it then.
My goodness. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's super awesome, but you never make it like that for yourself.
I do.
No, you give it back when it's that white. You do. I've seen you. I've seen it. How could you deny this? There's no more coffee? We better scratch this idea and go back to lemon water. We will. This is only just one, So up 278, 53% on $500. Not, but still a beautiful trade to the upside. We're still doing them on that USD trade from Saturday or Sunday night. I can't even remember. We made so many dang trades. But I haven't scalped yet on my scalp account. But we're doing great on the scalp account. On our way to 7,000. 4,000 to 5,000, up to 7,000. Deny, bring some Bitcoin coffee, right? Wink twice if there's a shady substance in the coffee. I know, right? She's getting me. I'm going to get, Shout out to everybody here. And if you want to jump on into the trading group and learn, like last night, I gave a call for SEI. Banging out. I just gave this call for alt layer. Oh, but I don't want you to see it. That's inside the circle trade. But I looked at SEI, and to me, SEI was going to the upside. That's not the right. So why did I see it going to the upside? Well, we saw bounce, double bottom, almost a bit of an Adam and Eve in a way, right? This also did something similar, and then it made a beautiful flag here. Also made a flag in a smaller time frame. I jumped into this flag. We got a beautiful pump to 7177. My next target is 7672. We would wick pretty dang close to it all the way to about 7553. For a swing trade, this thing was monstrous. I put in even more money. It made a massive move. SEI could be one of the bigger winners. If it moves faster than Solana, could gain more market share. And I just want to break something down for you. You want to really pay attention. What is SEI? What is it going after? What could you compare it to? And the only thing you could really truly compare SEI to is Solana at the moment, right? Solana's got a $45 billion market cap. Almost went up $1 billion overnight. It was 44, I think, last night. This thing is moving hard. Potential rival Cellframe is up by 20% following the recent listings. I like Cellframe. I looked it up about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. One of the only quantum protection coins. I made videos about coins that were quantum resistant. Cellframe was one of them. I'm Jamie, quantum resistant coins. Can we redo that? I did that a while back, and I'd like to revisit that. If we could write that down, or Sean, write that down. Quantum resistant coins. That's something no one really talks about. It just, I guess it won't be like trending, I guess, but I think it's a pretty hot topic. For me personally, it's interesting, but I'm usually not into what everyone else is into at the present moment in time. That's the only thing about trending, right? I like to be kind of early beforehand. If you're beforehand, it's not trending yet. So I like to buy coins before they're trending. But that's interesting Cellframe. Anyway, Solana, $46 billion market cap. SEI, right, which potential to grab market share, move fast, do damage, 1.7. So this thing could do some serious damage. You see what I'm saying? And it could really go the distance. So I find it interesting. And the diluted supply is 7 billion. It's not that far away. 30% of the circulating supply is out. So SEI is interesting to me. It's definitely something on the radar, and I'm in. I'm one of the SEI people. So if there's, a meetup, a group, a hangout, I'm there, baby. I'm in the SEI team. I don't know if we call ourselves Navy Says. I don't know. I'm just trying to be stupid, but Navy Sales. I'm just being stupid. But we could do Navy SEALs, SEILS, and that could be a new meme coin. If anyone wants to make Navy SEALs on SEI with me, we could work on that or something, And everything has the SEI in it, you know what I mean? Like CLORE, block, and all that other stuff, right? Jupe will also do some damage. It will launch 1 day in 1 hour on MEXC. Jupe is going to be a big deal. You can get into Jupe already, right? And Jupe's going to be huge. It actually had more volume than Uniswap yesterday, I believe. So it's a big deal. But we got into SEI yesterday. It's pumping to the upside in the trading group. You would have known about it with targets and everything else and made gains. So don't sleep on the gains inside the trading group. Also, the elite is just damaging the entire market. Like just doing damage to these exchanges. Shout out to the elite traders that I have trained like warriors. And they go into the market and just absolutely rip gains out. And they work tirelessly for you, all of us in the trading group, constantly doing damage. Sui is going to be pretty big too as well. But the elite has so many awesome charts out there right now that I'm looking at. But the gains, man, every night the team has to go through and find all our gains. I mean, I put out a trade for Bitcoin. Beautiful pump to the upside. We nailed it yesterday. It took all day. Started at 3 o'clock, but the trade boomed by like 8 or 9 last night. During spaces, whoever jumped into the spaces at 8 last night, it was unbelievable. Put out Tau perfectly with the hidden bullish divergence. The elite trader David Kendall nailing it. 111% gains from that perfect entry off the retrace right there at that 706 secret golden pocket. Really, it looks like it wicked down to the 706, the 786, excuse my language, and boom. I mean, you can't beat a 786 retracement. Healthy as a bean. Hidden bullish divergence. This is what we go for. Low stochastics. Tau, bit tensor to the upside and the perfect place to get back in. POSWAP for 29. Numerator for 18. Slim for 29. Accurate calls on Bitcoin continuing. This was during the live stream yesterday when we showed you hidden bullish on the 1 minute time frame. And it's just been a completely out of control, anyway. And Ondo, we nailed Ondo for 32. Might be time to get back in. Another accurate call for Bitcoin. It doesn't end. That was on the live stream again. Another accurate call for Bitcoin. That was before the big pump. I went to sleep, came up the next morning. We woke up to massive gains, put it out at 11:57. Another beautiful call for Bitcoin when it came out of this cup and handle to the upside. Target hit. Just, it's been out of control. Man. Anyway, may God bless this group again for all the gains we've had this week. May we continue. May today be as good as yesterday. And I said that yesterday, right? May we continue to be blessed with gains as SEI continues to moon to the upside. I'd be looking at it on the smaller time frame here. And when I just take a look at it here on the 7, I see an ascending triangle that really could get busy here. The way the moving averages are set up, SEI looking for a bigger move. People are fiending for something new, something different. And they know SEI delivers. Could it go up? And of course, I'm heavily loaded up in it, so I would love it to pump. So of course, I'll always be open to tell you, I own a good old portion of it. Over 10 grand of this thing. I like this coin. And this could go to 83 cents, up another 10%. I'm watching this flag for SEI. There's a bit of a frenzy for it. It's kind of one of those coins that it's like I told you so kind of things, but you never know. So could dump to zero. Do your due diligence, but SEI looks beautiful to me for the day. Something I would definitely be paying attention to. Set an alert on it and just kind of see if it can make some bacon on the beach, so to speak, if you know what I'm saying. Shout out back to Bitcoin, getting a beautiful pump back to 43,600. Let's take a look at our baby BOOKMAP, showing liquidity to the upside, and it was almost like a false move Monday today while we did the little dolphin dip. However, 44.5 and 44,000, beautiful levels to the upside. You see, I didn't touch my long. I kept it open. I'm going to show you a beautiful bullish bull signal. This isn't clickbait here that I'm talking about. And I did it again, everybody. I sold it all. I sold all my tether. I don't have not one piece of tether left. You guys ever seen me with no cash in the account? When's the last time you saw me with zero cash in the account? Right? I got nothing left. I'm cashed out. I'm absolutely cashed out. Cashed out where? Cashed out on MEX C. What did I sell out of? All of my tether. I don't want a piece of it. And look, this 0.1 spot maker and taker fee, 0.1 future, and 0.5. If you own the MEXI token, the lowest fees with a 50% discount, you can't get these lowest fees anywhere else in the game, basically to zero at one point if you're a future maker. I mean, when you're making future fees of 0.1, it's a pretty awesome way to trade. I'm telling you right now, almost every other exchange is hitting you with 6, 0.6, 0.8, higher and higher depending. So MEXC is the place to be, still dominating the game. Access to coins that you can't get anywhere else. Shout out to the Myria team. And I'm going to talk about that in the trading group. If you're in the trading group, I'm going to put out some exclusive update on Myria, something that happened there for me, and we're gonna talk about that. So some cool news. If you want to be in the trading group, I'm going to break that down and talk about it. But yes, MEXC, the place to be. They have beautiful spot trading. All right. Beautiful spot trading. And I bought more BTC, of course. Okay. Bang, sorry. And bang, look at this beautiful thing here. MEXC token getting a beautiful pump to the upside as well from 279. And again, it has utility. So more people, look, $10 in my tether. I unloaded. And if you're in my trading group, I'm going to show you what I just bought and why. And I'm going to break that down at the end of the live when I have a chance. God bless each and every one of you for being here. And I love you. So 43,500. Bitcoin got a little bit of a pump back down. It's very volatile. We have a Fed meeting tomorrow. And I always tell everyone, when you have a Fed meeting tomorrow, things get pretty out of control and pretty strange. Okay? We're going to break this down. But look, I looked at this like, first I kind of saw it as a flag. Then once it broke out and broke back inside, I really had no choice but to say, like, are we projecting into this flag? Let me try something else, though. Let me just be super open-minded. I got rid of my VRVP. I don't want it. I do that sometimes. Then I come back and there's no VRVP. I'm like, what happened to you, baby? All right. My mind's going to make sense of this at one point. I already did a top-down analysis. I might as well do one for you guys. What, 43,470, though? Just want to see if I could give you something that's happening in the market right now. So, look, 7-minute is getting overbought. And you've got this rising wedge. So if you just took this lightly with no other indicators in mind, you'd say, well, rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Look at your moving averages, though, and see what's happening. We're getting tight. It's a good sign. And now we can start to see what's happening. Ah, all right. Now we can get rid of this. We can get rid of that. Nope, not that. I let my subconscious mind begin to build. See, what happens is you feed your subconscious mind thousands and thousands of hours of chart. And then eventually your subconscious mind will just begin to know what's likely going to happen. And you won't even really know why. It'll be kind of creepy. All right. So look, see this beautiful flag? And we're getting a golden. If we zoom in here, we are getting a golden cross, aren't we? Or not even a golden cross, but we're just getting, the price action's getting so tight. Whenever moving averages get this tight, specifically, look, above a high volume node. So look, Bitcoin's going up to 43,800 right now. Look, boom. You can see it. Like, it has a clear path. Yes, the Stokes are too high, but it doesn't really matter, I've learned. And look, it broke out. It retested. I see a beautiful retest for Bitcoin here for a long. So that would be a beautiful, honestly, right now would be a possible beautiful entry. Stop here on the other side of the 200 SMA. You know, very, very high risk trade right here, but definitely, 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, not amazing. I'll take a 2-to-1 if the market permits it. I wouldn't be surprised if this pumps up to 43,850. And then what I want to do is I want to see if there's liquidity above me on BOOKMAP. If I can get liquidity above me, I do. We got a lot of liquidity. We have this one bar, but the most liquidity is above us all the way to 44,500, right? Key levels that we want to pay attention to. 44.5 looks pretty nice to me. So, Sam, is when you read your Bible and talk to God, developing your spirit, which is your God. Same as when you read your, amen. Develop muscle memory of the brain, amen. 15-minute daily Bitcoin chart, same thing. I live when that happens. Yep. Interesting. I feel like I'm watching Brockmire. Good stuff. Amen. I don't know what Brockmire is, but I should find out, right? Brockmire. Dear Lifer, could you please have a look at MOVR today? God bless you, brother. All right. However, I didn't open up the scalp. You can see what I'm going to tell you right now is you're going to get some really weird price action up until tomorrow. Why? Because tomorrow is the Fed meeting, right? So tomorrow we have Jerome Powell speaking. I'll be live somewhere between like 1:45 and 2 o'clock to go over what goes down. So look, 7-minute needs to come back down. It's overbought. So we're going to probably head back down to the bottom of this pattern. And now I believe this is what's likely happening. We're going to make this symmetrical triangle and get tighter inside the zone. All right. So I figured out the algo for the day. This is likely what we're going to see. And there it is. This is what I do for a living. I figure out the pattern before the pattern's there. Because, you know, price action can only do so much, all right? If you hold control here, you'll be able to just double up this, right? And so, yeah, this is that resistance area here where we're hitting. And there's a high volume node right down there, too. And this makes sense. And this coincides with this local resistance, broke above it, resistance, broke above it, resistance, right? So people were taking profits on the line. 43,560. High volume node ends too as well. Now, you have a POC there. You'd like to hold above it. There's a chance we could get tight, and this goes up even higher. This trend line is not guaranteed, right? I'm philandering with it. This one we could possibly mark, but this one is like, we don't know. We could come up closer. We don't know exactly how it's going to be. So, you know, my measured moves are a little chance like they could be, but they're pretty ballpark-esque, right? I want to move this into place. I'm like, stop that. And I believe this is my edge. I'm able to kind of see something before it happens, and then we go from there. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame. Our 1 hour wants to bang, bang, badang, dang. So the 1 hour is like ready to rock. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. You know, RSI, yes, a little bit of bearish divvy, but you could say that was the bearish div that played out. We bounced back up, and we held above this support right here. Look, I mean, that support of resistance right there. These two lines, right, at resistance, we've kind of bounced off of that as well. You could just put the 1 hour like this without all my gibberish. And to me, it's just a flag, right, that wants to break to the upside. Measured move takes this flag further up. Why am I so bullish? I'm going to show you a sign, and I'm not it's not clickbait when I put something out and tell you big bullish sign here for Bitcoin. Not clickbait at all, all right, in any way, shape, or form. Sean, could you send me the link to the live stream today? I didn't put the link out yet. Shout out to the 1,143 beautiful souls here on the live. 308 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'd have no reason to be upset today. My wife loves me. My kids love me. Each and every one of you are so super nice and supportive. And we have such a good group of people here. And we've been making massive gains every single day in the trading group. God bless each and every one of you. May we continue to make the best decisions here. CMAS, man, it's been a long time. May God bless you and yours. You're the man, brother. Thank you for always being supportive and always being a part of the trading group, or part of the lifer, really, community, man. God bless you. Manta's slipping back a little bit. Thoughts on the 4 hour bearish divs on Bitcoin? I think we already covered it, but we'll talk about it in a second. I'll do another deep dive, right? So this doesn't look great. I get it. What I'll do right now is you can always remove this stuff. Oh, it's these right here, right? Yeah. Make it a group and just boom. So like that 1 hour time frame has this nice support zone here that I actually like to just make into like a zone. Because that's what it is. It's a zone, right? Beautiful double bottom here, as you can see. It's not awesome. Not everybody will see it, but, you know, that's a bit of a cup and handle, too. See the cup with the handle? Sammy, cup and handy, maybe brewing here for Bitcoin. Just the handle's a little low. I've seen that happen, but it's not amazing. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I don't like when the handle goes lower, but what it is, it's a descending cup and handle. I have seen it play out over time. Now, we've gotten 2 wicks to the upside, right, off of support. We had a fair value gap that got filled there. Do we have another fair value gap that you may want to pay attention to? We do. We have one down here. Does it mean it will get filled? I mean, it's a high probability we could get down here. So be careful of the FVG at this area in time, all right? Another big one here, too. This one's huge. So you can see, like, this candle never touched that candle. So Bitcoin may have to come. Let's see the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, the 4-hour is very far away from the 21-day moving average. Whenever I see that, we likely have a move to the downside or we consolidate sideways. Very unlikely you're going to continue to the upside and pump massively. All right, I just got to say that. You're just a little too far away for the 21. Do you come all the way down to here? There's a chance you could wick here. Tap that 21, come back up, make your move. So just see there is a fair value gap here on the 4-hour time frame. There's two. There's one there and there. And, you know, we got to heed those. Definitely got to heed those. Those are definitely, you know, we have a huge one here, too, that I did talk about before, too. This one, and there's a gap in the VRVP, but do we fill every single fair value gap? The answer is no, right? And technically, look, we filled this one eventually. It just took time, but eventually we did. Look, we came to this one. It's kind of crazy, right? Look, you found this one. Eventually, that's where we went. Breaker block, boom. Pretty crazy, right? So almost all the ones that I've seen get filled, at least by a wick, too. There's one there we did wick into. Even multiple times. So don't be, you know, freaking out when we possibly come back and test 40,600. There's a chance. We got some FVGs here from fair value gaps. All right. Jupe gonna blow your pants off. We use them for targets when the cup and handle appears. Bang, bang, bang. So like here, this would be one like you're saying. Here's your kind of cup and handle. Your target is this gap. Like, boom. I mean, you're likely to get into there. Even if it was a tiny move, if you feel so confident about it, that's something that you could play hardcore, I guess, you know? And then the money printer, look, boom, to the 200 SMA, right? Get above the 200, and then usually you continue to pump. So the bullish signal, I'm going to talk about the really bullish signal that I see here. Once we hit about 11:10, I'm going to break down the bigger picture here for BTC, all right? Thank you, Shano. I love you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Lakochi. Everyone say a big prayer for Lakochi. Under the weather a little bit. Want him to feel absolutely amazing. Definitely bouncing back today, I believe. But just say a little prayer. Lakochi feels better. Comes back, you know. They call Sam Pythagoras. Pythagoras. That's funny. I like Pythcoin. I do own some Pyth. Best part of my day, big prayer. Thank you. I understand the concept, but learning the application of FVGs. There you go, man. I mean, their inefficiencies like imbalanced volume, right? And think about it. When the algo finds weakness, it's going to search for where it can compound. Where can it compound? Where it didn't get an order filled, where there's an inefficiency in orders. Why does that make sense? Because it wants the math to be complete. When the math ain't complete, it's going to go find, you know, the weakness. Where's the weakness? It's in the gap. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like a seek and destroy type of pattern for the algo. It's going to want to complete itself. And it likes to feel full and complete with the math, right? It wants to fill that gap and complete the entry. You know, it's just because it's that's where the orders didn't get to meet each other, right? Too many people got left out, wanted to get in. There's enough down there. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. So here, let's move forward to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour still looks good to me, right? But it could get very well pinned by the 4 hour with a massive dump. 4 hour doesn't look good. Definitely has a bearish div there to me, as this is a, you know, high push up. And this is a rising wedge too as well. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. So there's a chance that this rising wedge breaks down. However, what I want to teach you is we're above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour. As long as we remain there, we remain bullish. It's a very, very bullish sign. As long as we remain above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame, we have nothing to worry about, right? The last time we were above the 200 SMA was January 11th and 12th, right? So it's been 2 weeks price action, and this was the selling, FTX selling, FTX selling, FTX selling, FTX selling, FTX, right? Grayscale, boom, 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 and then we had buying, selling, buying. Eventually, the selling fell off and the buying took over, and it's likely the buying is going to continue now because this is a big boys buying it. Right? What, 50,000 Bitcoins now? Yeah. So resistance for BTC. You got to flip 43,850. You know, the 8s are always an important time. Yeah, but you got to flip 43,008. All right, to remain bullish. And the 4-hour does not look amazing. I'm going to give it to you. The 8-hour doesn't look amazing. The 6-hour doesn't look amazing. I will tell you, though, once the 8-hour broke above the 200 SMA, I flipped bullish immediately with a stop on the other side. Above this point of control, likely to go to this high volume node. We could dance around here. That can happen. It's okay. So we just need to see. And look, we still got this shoulder, head, and right shoulder that could propel us further to the upside. The 8-hour is an interesting time frame. The last time it did this dance above the 200 SMA, it did one a little bit and fell, but then it got a massive move to the upside. Doesn't mean it's going to happen every time, but it's likely. Look, this one was a beautiful pump. This one was a beautiful pump, like clean. This one, look, clean. So, like, we'll go back to all the times we could have traded, and you don't get to trade it that many times. That's why. Here was a downtrend. So the fact that even in a downtrend, it provided a pump from 22.8 all the way to 25,000. Like, what a beautiful move, right? All you had to do was open up a stop on the other side of that 200 SMA. Find, you know, and I use some support and resistance, so I had to use that wick as well, right? As much as you can. You double up with confluence as much as you can put in, and boom. So that's one right there, right? Here's another one. Would have done nothing for you. All right. That could have just, so that's, you know, 1 for 2, we'll say. This one was a good enough swing trade, and it provided you a move from 19.7 all the way to 21.3. If you're not greedy, that was pretty awesome. Maybe you're going for the long haul. You could have got stopped out at break even, but still, right? So that's like 2 for, I'll say 2 out of 3. Then this one was beautiful. All you had to do is get in the second you close the candle above, and this was gone. And remember, the 8-hour was super high. Everyone would have felt super bearish, but look what happened. We eventually pushed on out, even though the stochastics see that. So don't get too, you know, remember, the moving averages are powerful. Support or resistance is powerful. Pay attention to these key ideas and key levels. Here again, the second the 8-hour closed above, a massive move to the upside. So really, look, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, one really was kind of whack. All the other ones provided a pretty good swing trade in, and these two were okay. These two were massive, massive. So 4 out of 5 were winners. 2 were actually really decent gainers, and 2 were unbelievable gainers. This one was a beautiful gainer again. So we'll add 5 out of 6 now. This one, fine. You could have said not there, but it still gave you some type of pump. You could say that was a nil, but to me, it's still kind of a win. But you could say it was a nil, and so you could say 5 out of 7. And then if you open this one here, boom, 6 out of 8 trades, monsters. And this one already a monster technically. Had you done, you know, that my trade's already in the money. I showed you showed it to you. So like, it's pretty insane how well and accurate just doing one thing can help you out. This is hard to do. The simplest things in trading are not easy. That's what's the issue. Simple and easy are not the same thing. People think simple and easy, they seem to be the equated, oh, that's so simple. But something that's simple isn't so easy, right? New here and already a big fan. I got out of crypto game about 2 years ago, and my friend had me start mining Pi. I forgot about it and started watching you. What are your thoughts on Pi? I think it's corny, man. I mined it on my phone for 3 or 4 months. Then I researched it. It looked like it was just a way to like get you to KYC, get information on you. I felt like it was just the kind of like a spyware. I don't know. I wasn't into it. Yeah. If it goes well, it goes well. God bless everyone that got involved. I do not want to hate on a project or cause any FUD. I personally am not into it. Doesn't mean it's not amazing. I may miss out on some of the biggest money ever. That's me. All right. So today we watched the 4-hour time, the 1-hour time frame. Really, that's what it comes down to for me. And as these moving averages get further apart too, the 21, you do likely come back to the 200 SMA. So it looks to me like the 4-hour may want to come and, you know, go sideways or pull back. The greatest thing would be if we just if we get a, you know, one more maybe big pump up and then start to go sideways and we pull these moving averages and the 4-hour kind of makes one more wave. The 1-hour looks good to me. I'd put my faith on the 1-hour for the day. Previous resistance becomes support. We would have lost it already 2 hours ago. For some reason, we did not. That shows strong support. So at the end of the day, I'm watching this rising wedge for Bitcoin. And I'm watching this funny flag for sure, but it's a flag nonetheless. It has some, you know, it's been hit 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Maybe even 5 times there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough touches to call it a trend line. The bottom one too as well. And I take the length of that base of that pole. That tells me 45,233 is possible today for Bitcoin. If it breaks out, right? Rising wedges break out parabolically, but most of the time they do not. Most of the time they break down. And this also tells me that we could go somewhere higher to possibly 45.8, 45.750. So very interesting turn of events here for Bitcoin. If we close a 1 hour candle right here, we're likely closing this gap on the fair value and we could open up a short. I'd look for a flag on the 5 or the 7. You'll make a bear flag. What you'll likely do is bearishly retest this area. Let me show you this as clean as I can. But the price action will likely drop down. You'll get a 1 hour candle turn red right here. You'll zoom into the 1 to the 5 or the 7. I like the 1 or the 5 at that point. And I'm looking for that upside down, I'm looking for the upside down bull flag, right? That looks like it's retesting. And if I see the Stokes curving on the 7 minute and the 15, and I see that on a smaller time frame, that would be a beautiful short entry to take us down to this fair value gap. So there's a possible short on the table for today if we lose this key level of support right here. And you can see that, we moved up and shoulder, kind of head, right shoulder, like it looks, I see it. And here there's a little bit of bearish div there going on. But at the same time, the slope came down here. The slope came down there. We're oversold in the stochastics. We had amazing algorithmic buy-ins here off of the low value areas. So there, that tells you something that's interesting. We would have lost this and fell down here already if the bears had so much control, but apparently they don't, right? Still seeing indecision in the market though. And I expect that I wouldn't be surprised if we did something like this and we went sideways for a few hours, because just whenever I see the Fed meeting coming, we tend to go super sideways. That's just what happens for BTC. All right. Shout out to the 1,264 people here on the live. That's amazing. 400 people on the likes. Hit the subscribe button, jump on in, hit the notification bell so you can find out when I post my next video. And if I see a long, I'll take it for BTC. So the 1 hour says take a long. The 15 minute says no. Look, we're in some trouble. All right. One last thing I want to leave you with that I saw, for Bitcoin here. And I think some of you probably have seen it. I probably am not the only one. But there was some diamond vibes. Did anyone get a diamond vibe out of this move? It's got some diamond-esque feels on that 7. You can even bring this down. But in the top, out the top, technically. You could extend it high, technically like this, I guess. But it does have some diamond vibes. I'll tell you that right now, right? Look at the 7 minute pointing to the downside on the Stokes. Tell you that you're going down. All right. We saw it earlier here. Boom. We can see it here now again. So there's some scalpage. I see better opportunity. I can tell my system tells me when the opportunity is amazing. And I take that opportunity. Like yesterday, this weekend, there's been some really nice setups that screamed at me like, hey, you're going to win this trade. Your odds are very high. And so I took the trades. But I don't see that right now at the present moment in time. I will outline this one. We'll watch this, Symmetrical triangle forming here. But high, low, lower, high. Expect the lower low. So I see some downside here for Bitcoin. Resistance. Couldn't get back above. And then you hit another lower resistance at 43,579. So nice little pump. But now look, the 7 minute comes a knocking. Stokes want to keep coming down. How low do they take us? Do we lose this gap? And then, usually the 7 minute won't take you that far. Usually it will take us maybe to one of these key levels. So we'll see. But see how I can see bearishness based on the stochastics RSI? The indicator itself even had a bearish indication. That's a bearish divergence indicator on top telling you that there's likely wear in the market, right? And you have this is bearish divergence. I mean, that swings up while this swung down. You see that? And that's technically like hidden bearish div in a way, but I mean, it tells you that you're likely not going up. Hit resistance right here. Bitcoin had to break back above 43,560 to remain bullish. So just watch the market. Some sketchy business going on today for sure. Okay. XAI, thank you, man. Anytime, man. God bless you. DXY strength drives the market up or down. Yep. He's right about what he just said. Let's take a look at the DXY and see what we're in for on the day. And if Bitcoin dumps, everything's going to dump. All the beautiful setups we have will get crushed to the downside. That's just kind of what will happen. All right. So just always pay attention. Be careful. Don't take it, take advantage of what's out there, and don't get caught up. All right. Sad thing is you can't get pushed out of fear as well, but it all depends. Right? It all depends. Oh man, what a day to be alive. Anyway. Mav pumped against Bitcoin. Check Lido. Can you check if ETH will come down? Hypothetically, investing long bags in Link, FET, Jeff, and Kaz. Does the research suggest an even split in the amount or load up on any one coin more than the other? Love the spaces last night. Thank you. Hypothetically, investing in long bags like Link, FET, GFL, and Kaz. To me, it's all about market cap and position. Okay? Like, when can I get in? For instance, Chainlink, right? Been around a long time. Price has been hovering around $15 now for a while, right? That's probably going to be, it's kind of like, close to low point. It may come down and test. You can even just look at it here, generally speaking, on like the 1 week chart. Beautiful uptrend. But you can see it even has, it usually comes up, comes back. This is just a really good, range, 13 to 16. It's been ranging in this area, right? Boom, just doing this thing for a whole month, really. Look at it on the year. Look at that consolidation. So I feel like 14, 13 are the lows. So to me, good pricing for where you're at is what I'm, $8 billion market cap, right? Thing can get huge. It can get to a Solana market cap or more for sure. And it's gotten pretty high before in its time. $150 to me is not out of the question for this. 80 billion, 50 billion, $100, 125, somewhere between 125 and $100. And there's Bitcoin pulling back as suggested by the 7-minute stochastic. See, the 7-minute stochastics told you you couldn't get above a key resistance. We had it mapped already. We knew we needed to break above that to get further to the upside. Now this resembles a bit of an M here. M's can, that's a lower higher, and that still can drop you down. Even kind of has a shoulder, a bit of a head, and a right shoulder. And that's a head and shoulder. We got a big gap down here. If we come and fill this, do not be surprised. All right. Insurance short possibly with a stop over here. I'm not opening up a long based on the idea that I know that they're going to be playing with price action today. They're going to be doing sloppy jalopies, which meaning they're going to be pushing it. This is what you're going to see because of the Fed meeting tomorrow. I've been through too many Tuesdays before a Fed meeting Wednesday, and I've seen it too many times. So I'm not going to play that game anymore. Like I've pushed myself with my system, did everything right, and then watched the market just do ridiculous things, and I got frustrated. So I've learned that I like my probabilities to play out the best. So I stay away. You could have shorted that idea at the same time. Beautiful short right there. All right. I didn't wake up in the morning in a shorting mood. Right? It wasn't my plan. I wasn't like, I'm going to wake up and short, Wow. Nice dump though for Bitcoin. As you can see, getting nastily liquidated. 280 now already on the futures accounts. Pretty fast move for Bitcoin. All the way from 6.262. Now the thing is, if you lose this gap, like I showed you, you're going to be looking at the 1 minute, seeing if the 1 minute. Now the 1 minute could easily just bounce right back here. Let's take a look at our moving averages. You may get a money printer on the 30-second chart here. So on the 30-second, you're always looking for the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. You're looking for the bounce. You're looking for the cup, the handle, the boom back up. Right. There's that money printer money right there that could be coming for us if the 200 moves boom. You got low stochastics right there pushing up. All right. And again, it's just kind of, you just want to see that we're going to get these bounces off of this key support zone that we have mapped out. Probably won't make a live trade today because I'm not, I don't play with the Fed days. And to me, the days before, around, after, even the week kind of changes. Like, I always wait for the next Monday for things to really fill out. Beautiful buy in there, though, right there for Bitcoin, bouncing off the 200 SMA. See, that's another thing, too. If we lose the 200 SMA on the 7-minute, we're going to roll down. And where are we going to roll? We're going to roll to the 15 200 SMA right here. And I've showed you guys this stuff over and over again. It's like clockwork. So once we lose that 7-minute too, you know you're likely coming down to the 15-minute 200 SMA. That's going to be waiting for you right down here. And then if you do that, you're probably going to fill this gap. Like just, you know, and then you got the VRVP working for you. And, you know, a little bit of bearish div that kicked in here, swing up to swing up. Well, even on the 15-minute, you swung down. There's bearish divergence right here, still technically playing out because you made a lower high. Had you broken that, then fine, but no. So I have to remain bearish for Bitcoin because it can't get back above 43,550. If it could get back above that, then I'll flip bullish again. You see, I'm just a supporter resistance guy. That is now key resistance for Bitcoin. It's been displayed. Price action said, hey, I wasn't strong enough to get back above 43,560. That's going to be a key level we're going to have to reclaim if we want to make it to the top, baby. All right. Somebody coupled handy to the upside. Shout out to Philip Milosalvic. God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And shout out to everyone. I did buy a new coin. I'm going to share it with the trading group. I'm part of a new team, a new coin team. You know what I mean? It's kind of, and it feels good. I'm in the SEI club. That's great. But I'm in a new coin. What coin do you think Sammy bought? Write in the comments what coin I bought. If you can guess the coin, I'll throw you some of the coin. All right. Whoever guesses the coin that Sammy added to his portfolio. If you can guess the coin, I'll throw you some of it. Let us know. All right. Wow. Kazuna from Space is up 82% already. Kazuna. Wow. That's crazy. So people said Jupiter, Manta, you know, and we got to get Jupiter and Kazuna. We really do. Caspa, Dojalon Mars. Wow. Klaus hit it with Myria. Klaus, smart man. Did I say it already? Did I actually let it slip? I don't know. But Klaus, man, congratulations. Oh, let's see if he was the first person to say it. I think he was, though. Yeah, Klaus with Myria, because, yeah, you can see the people coming in. Kazuna, ICP, Jupiter. And the spaces last night was amazing. Get real alpha at my spaces. I attract hardworking people that grind. I really do. Because I'm a like-minded dude. I'm a hardworking guy that grinds. I'm going to be around. That's what I'm going to be around, right? Whatever you do is what you're around. And Klaus, email us, man. Email us. Or if you can prove a picture of your email here, you can DM Jamie Zeno. Klauss, is that you? Could you verify that you won, Klaus? I'm waiting for your name here if I can see you. It's hard, so if you can jump on in, let me know. So Bitcoin in a holding pattern. If Bitcoin could go sideways for most of the day, that would be pretty awesome. I'm a better cuck that grinds. You're funny, man. Incredible spaces last night. Thank you, D-Dubs. I'm here, baby. Klaus, God bless you, brother. Yeah, so, you know, you'll be in the Myria family with me. If you get yourself a Myria address, just dig one up, figure out a way to do it. And again, if you don't, it's okay. We could send you Tether too. Just want to make you happy, man. All right. $50, bro. Never working for the man again, baby. Shout out to Peter. Never again will I work for someone else for the rest of my life. I'll wake up every morning ready to go, grinding and doing what it does, baby. Remember, you do not have to trade every single day of the week. I have multiple trades open, so I do trade every single day of the week. But you don't have to. Always take a deep breath. Protect your neck, right? Realize that it's in and out. Swing trade all you can. For me personally, I'm not a financial advisor. I swing trade all I can, right? But at the same time, it's okay to take a break from trading, right? It's okay not to be in a trade every single second of the day. I should take my own advice, really, but, you know. But like today, I'm not going to force myself into a trade just because. Like I could have, I saw that. I could have forced, you know, I saw the 15, the 7, they don't look good. 15-minute actually says more downside. It almost looks like it's such an easy short right now. I shouldn't say easy, but that looks like a simple short to the downside, really. You got an M pattern here, and you got more legs on the 15-minute to the downside. So the 15-minute says you're going lower. And how would I find out where we're going? Remove the moving averages for now. Make this nice and easy. All right. Shout out to Master Friend. Given some of the, Master Friend, man, what you said last night really hit me so hard. I love you, bro. Like, your heart is in the right place. Therefore, your frequency is set. And I think that's why like people love you so much. you do have great skills, and you've spent a lot of time in the charts, like in your craft, as you know. If that comes out, like without you having any skill, no one would want to talk to you, right? No, just like me, no one wants to talk. No, not you know what I mean. People want to like you in regular life, but out here in this world, people like us because we help them, because we have a skill, because we spent years doing it, right? But you're also your good nature, man, and your ability to stay level headed is important. Trying to find your comment, but what you said was great. Like leverage is a gimmick. Like when you see leverage and think, oh, I could make so much money doing this, the second you feel it's a big come up, you're likely going to get rocked. Like if you say, you know what, I can use this here and there with heavy risk, and it's just like trading spot, and I'm not going to be too and I'm just going to take a little more advantage of the market with what I know. And even then, you have to understand you're still in heavy risk, right? So, what did I say? I'm looking for it here because there's so much in the trading group. It's so funny that's how hard it is to find what you were saying. Wow, I put out so much out there. But you were just saying that like leverage is a gimmick, and it gets people like really, really excited. And, if you don't have the right, like you don't set up a demos account, you don't start doing things properly, like you don't go into it with discipline from the very, very start. Like you go in there with the shiny, I'm going to double up, I'm going to triple up off this one little move. My 1,000 can become 10,000, and it just, yeah. Exactly. Leverage is enticing. Leverage is enticing, used by beginners for windfall gains that end up getting wrecked every time. Exactly. Like it's like this, like, oh, it could happen to me, It's like playing, my dad, like I never played the lottery, right? Maybe once in a while, if I see it's like multiple billions of dollars, I'll take just one. I'll go buy like 2 or 3 quick picks. But I believe I'm going to make $1 billion on my own. Like I don't need to win 300 million. Like I'm going to be able to make, like there's people out there that put their mind to it and they made more than they made it. So I believe I don't need to go, like I truly believe that in my heart, I don't need, you could call that pompous. Some people would, if I said that to them, they think, oh, who the hell does he think he is? You know what? To those people, they're not on my frequency. They're the people that say, you know what? I think just like him, I want to go to the top 2. I don't need a crutch. Like, I don't need to go buy a lottery ticket. And I've been thinking of that for a long time. And my dad used to say, go buy me some lottery tickets. And he said, get yourself some tickets. And I'd always just tell him I was getting him some. But in my mind, I was like, I'm not buying any lottery tickets. Like, I am. And one day, it's funny, one of the last things I told him when he 2 months before he passed, he was like, go get me tickets at the supermarket. And I would always, and he's like, play these numbers, ask for a quick pick, blah, blah, blah. Mega Millions, man, and I'd go and I'd play. And I came home and I'm like, Dad, I'm your lottery ticket, Dad. Like, you already won. Like, I'm like, you already won the lottery, Dad. Like, we did it. Like, it's funny. Like, and he was looking at me. I'm like, you never, like, we don't have to worry ever again. Like, I got you. Like, I finally was going to be able to take care of my parents full blown. You know what I mean? They were okay. I'm not saying they, but I was going to be able to like just make sure they had everything they need, and I was super excited to repay them for everything they did for me. I never got a chance to. Bitcoin's in a beautiful symmetrical triangle here, right? Could possibly be setting up for kind of like what's like an elongated inverted head and shoulder too, but it's got to hold this trend line. We got to see what happens in the next 2 hours. 15-minute does not look good. 1 minute setting up for a disaster here, or not a disaster, but for a dumpage to the downside, right? You can see that we're clearly now forming a rounded top, and then the 1 minute now is, to me, in kind of that descending triangle, right? And we know how those go, right? And it would go right through this gap, and then there's a possible chance this continues. I would start watching the smaller time frames for a possible collapse in price action. We'd be looking to fill the gap down there at 42,500. Just be careful. They got a lot of people kind of excessively long. You're living the example that you gave them all you could, Sam. Amen. Best channel for TA and mental training. God bless you, Jay Bella. Frank Kramer, I wouldn't know. Must be awesome to have a dad that didn't have a narcissistic personality disorder. Shout out to Frank Kramer. We love you, man. You're the man, Sam. Take the dip on the low, 280. Interesting. I don't know. I'm just reading what he said. I wouldn't do, 43,360 for Bitcoin. You can see the pullback here. And now you got overbought stochastics on the 1 hour time frame. That's not going to get you where you need to be. That's likely going to flush us further down. That measure move takes us at least to the bottom of this channel, somewhere at 43,000. Do we have liquidity to back any of this up here on BOOKMAP? And again, it could be spoofed. We don't always have to have it. My mom did an awesome job raising us. God bless GF Burke. We love you. We appreciate you. And you're amazing, man. It was so nice to hear your voice last night on the spaces, bro. So funny how we got you in there. 43,000. We do got an order right down there. Suggests we could go wing, bing right down there. It's not amazing. There are more orders above us. But the closest, easiest, liquidity is kind of just a little skip away down to 43K. So it does suggest that we could go right down here to 43,000. There is liquidity down there. So a short to me makes the most sense. Because look, resistance, support. Boom, resistance. POC. Unless you can get above this and start to go sideways here, it looks like the bears are in control for at least the next hour or two, in my humble opinion. All right. Why is ETH pumping more than LIDO? I mean, ETH has to pull the whole movement forward first, and then the altcoins will follow through. All right. And once we lose that 43.3, that's a key area too for Bitcoin that I talked about remember weeks before that, we've been battling this 43.3 area. So starting to see this as a bit of a descending triangle that wants to bring us down, down, down. And like you can see it, I mean, the Stokes are getting ready now. It's very likely we're going to fall a little lower here. Chance we just fall right to this low and we still stay inside the pattern though, right? It's not all doom and gloom here. But it definitely is sideways chop and messy. And it definitely feels like a before the Fed type of day. 280 on, 280 here. And look, there it is, starting to fall. All right, this made 100% sense to me. I could see the drop coming. Did anybody take advantage of this short to the downside, right? And all I'm doing is playing stochastics and support and resistance. It's not that hard, everyone. VRVP lost the, I'm just not forcing my emotions onto the chart. I'm just taking what the chart tells me is likely going to happen and playing it. All right. We do have a little bit of divvy here. Look at this. I call this a double divvy. What smells so good, babe? That's amazing. Smells so good. What is that? Wow. That's a bit of a double divvy in a way, but it got the wick. I guess you could say there's our first divergence. And we whipped out. Pretty crazy buy rate in there. See if the Stokes can hold us down. 7 minute could stop the pain too here. And the way the type of day it is, I wouldn't be surprised if they just went right after the shorts now. And then they're just going to get choppier and choppier until enough people are seeing that we're going to get coiled up in here. And then that's going to be a move down or a move to the top of this channel. Top of the channel makes more of an idea. Then we'll have the ascending triangle that breaks out. Down here, we should make some type of bearish retest where we can short. So we should be able to get the short with a stop here to the downside. Or we should be able to take a long with a stop there to the upside. Once we see this get tight, it's going to be up to you what you kind of want to do. I would wait for this to do this to make the short instead of trying to tackle the symmetrical triangle, right? Try to just add a little more probability to my trade than a 50-50, all right? At the same time, I mean, I see this as a symmetrical triangle. I haven't, broken my idea here. And we're likely going to break to the upside and go sideways. Whether we break up or down, I don't know. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I don't claim to know where Bitcoin's going to go. I don't think, feel, or believe anything about any coin. It's all really what the charts convey, what the data says to me. And we can construe the data into a probability. And we can convey some type of message from that. But we don't want to be putting too much of our emotions inside of our probabilities, right? Of what we believe, think, or feel could happen. Really does not matter. If I believe we're going to bounce to the upside and we're below a point of control, right? If I believe we're going to pump, but we keep hitting resistance, So you gotta just face the music. Sammy, can I ask why we never look at Ethereum? Because it just follows Bitcoin in a nutshell perfectly. Like, watch. Because like it's just really going to follow Bitcoin. Like exactly. So watch. If we go to like the 15. I guess not today. You're right. Hey, it's pumping today. So I guess you're wrong. I guess we should start looking at ETH then. Funny as I eat my own words. But for the most part, they're, you know, if we go to like a bigger time frame then, let's go to like the daily. And then go to Bitcoin on the daily, right? You can see like Bitcoin went up, Bitcoin came down, Bitcoin broke out, ETH broke out. Like, you know, you get what I'm saying? Had Bitcoin took a tank, then ETH would have tanked. And had Bitcoin dumped, ETH would have dumped. So they're just, you know, I see what you're saying. Smaller time frames. So look, ETH is lagging. So look, it looks like Bitcoin's about to fall and give some money to Ethereum. Look at this. The altcoins look like they're about to pump. So we'll look at ETHBTC. Why is the altcoins going to pump? Well, we have a lagging indicator. Look, we can see that this stochastics have room to go here for Ethereum. But Bitcoin is at the higher point of its move. Bitcoin could either go sideways as this trumps down, and that will give money back to Ethereum to the pump to the upside. Ethereum does look more bullish than Bitcoin. I'll give that to you. And we will take a look at Ethereum. And I'll spend a little more time on it. Ethereum was the first coin I ever bought. One of the first coins I ever bought. I knew about it at $9, and I got in at $89. I missed that pump initially and kicked myself for a long time over that. But I got over it. But I was young, and someone told me about Ethereum before everybody else. And I knew about it when it was $9. If you can believe it. Crazy, right? I first would buy Ethereum at $89. I still hold some Ethereum that I bought at $89. It's kind of crazy, right? Boom. And what is it? What is Ethereum now today? Like 2,300, 22? It's like, I don't know the price of Ethereum. Yeah, 2345, right? Divided by 9. So it's a 260x, and it took me, and I got it in like 2000, I feel like it was 2017 in the summer. So it's only been 7 years. So, I mean, that's a 37x a year. Think about it. And people that's an amazing trade still to this day. You know what I mean? People don't realize the power of long-term compounding, like how much, you know, you'd have to think about how much leverage trading you would have to do every day, and how many on-point trades you would have to make, how many times you would have to not get hit off to make a 37x every year. Do you think it would be very, you know, I think it's fun. I keep a portion of my money because I actually enjoy doing it. Okay, like to me it's not, yeah, fun. Maybe my long-term holds may make me more money, but I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy doing it. All right. And also not true, because if there's enough income coming in and I could put it in all term holds, like maybe if just there's some income there that, you know, I could use. So there might be a huge pump that day that you may never get a chance to get into, right? So Randy sent me 1776 in ETH right before it blasted. No idea who it was, but it was awesome. So funny, man. You never know, man. You never know who it was. 17, yeah. I bought Bitcoin at 40K. When it was at 1 mil. You're funny. You're the man. TA is just an exquisite. I just want to thank you. You've learned so much from you, and being in the trading group, can't thank you enough. God bless you, Brandon K. Shout out to Byron Franco. Shout out to Beans and Greens. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. If you want to jump on in and learn from Master Friend, he teaches tirelessly and helps students all the time. For $300, hit the QR code or the link below in our video here and jump on in for Master Friend. He's going to hook you up. You have to be in the trading group. It is an additional $300, but what you will get is 3 mentoring sessions a week, maybe even more. And if, you know, he's super nice. I've seen him take his time out so many times to help someone else. And if you keep doing the wrong thing and like you don't have a system, like you just keep doing whatever you want, you will meet a teacher that's going to, you know, straighten you out. Just like I straighten you out every day here on the live stream. Like, you never see me make a trade without putting in a stop, right? So it's like I knew this was going to dump because descending triangles dump like 90% of the time. I should have just taken the trade because I knew it was going to go down. So crazy when you know what's going to happen to price action. Like, I knew this was going to dump on us. Like, and you can see even this. This is look, you got shoulder, kind of head, shoulders. It's a complex head and shoulder breaking the neckline. We're going down to 43,000. That's the liquidity zone. You can see the red mark right there waiting for us. Look, it almost lines up. Crazy, right? I can make it line up. Boom, look at that. Boom, BOOKMAP. Hooking us up, showing us where the liquidity is. How many times have we done this too? So it's not a short squeeze today, it's a long squeeze. But I'm not showing you a long, right? We didn't open up a long. I showed you price was going to dump to the downside when we were at like 350. Why? Because descending triangles break down. It's that simple. We also had a fair value gap. We also know that we have the Fed meeting tomorrow and they're going to play around with price action. I wouldn't be surprised if they rip this price right back to the upside and they just rip the shorts now. Just be careful trading today. I know their game on a pre-Fed day. Also a red folder day if I'm correct, right? You want to go to Forex Factory and take a look. Europe Spanish flash CPI, right? That's going to affect your Forex trading. S&P CS Composite, CB Conference, JOLTS, job openings. That's red folder action. CPI too in Australia, right? Manufacturing PMI tonight. So, and remember, tomorrow's Fed day. CME. We got the CME watch tool. We're on it for you. I will be live streaming 2 times tomorrow. Today, I also live stream after this live stream again. All right, where we go over BOOKMAP from 1 to 2. We're going to go over volatility and talk about order flow for Bitcoin. All right. You should look at Ether dominance more as this is money move to the alts right now, bro. We look at it all the time. Almost every day, my friend. God bless you for saying that, though. Look, there's that reversal off of a bullish div. Boom. And the bottom of this channel, to me, along right back to the top of the channel is very likely now. So it's this kind of day it is. All right. Shout out to that short, beautiful short as we broke the plane and hit the target. Basically, it was the base of the triangle. You don't always go that big length, right? Boom. Pretty awesome. Now, I do see a reversal on the bullish divvy. If you don't know what bullish divergence is, learn your divergences. Okay. And SEI, everything going. If this Bitcoin chop stays, the altcoins are going to continue to pump. All right. Already talked about a bunch of different setups in the trading group this morning. All right. Let's take a look at our baby, Bitcoin dominance. And that was pumping up the last time we saw it, right? Look at how it took a massive dump to the downside. Look at that. Out of nowhere, just like, boom. Sold off. And Ethereum getting a pump to the upside right now. So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance on a bigger idea here. I'm going to break it down again. I broke it down a week ago. Or Friday, right? And it looked like it wanted to make a bounce. Let's just kind of... So this is the trend line that I'm seeing. And gap all the way to this high volume node. It's just likely going to make its way up into this area. That's how the VRVP works. You know, I don't question it anymore. I just watch it happen. When I used to question that, I'd missed out so much on moves. When I just let it do its thing, it's just amazing. Previous resistance here multiple times. Resistance. Chop, 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 chop. Got above it. Bounce. Resistance. Chop, chop. Got above it. Got above it again. If we stay above this, we're likely not going back below it, right? We could keep coming up to this key level. So this, to me, is showing signs of a move. Above the 200 SMA as well. Yes, it's overbought on the daily. I get it. So looks like we might just get a small pullback like Bitcoin wants. Two-day chart doesn't look, we got this like weird double bottom. The chart itself is strange. Like, definitely it's like, it's not following anything like really crazy, but very weird. Got that wedge. You could almost say, okay, it's a falling wedge that keeps breaking out, breaking back inside technically. But I'm cool with what I'm seeing here on the flag. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. The 4 hours resetting, and just like Bitcoin, right? It had a bearish div, and it's coming back down. And you even have a golden cross there, but... So to me, I wouldn't be surprised if this just consolidates. And what it's telling me is Bitcoin's likely going to consolidate. So this just gave some love to the altcoins. So what happened was someone made some big gains last night on Bitcoin. The money shifted as Bitcoin started to dump a little bit. They didn't know what to do with the money, and they rushed into Ethereum. Or, Bitcoin was fine. They just started selling Bitcoin off for Ethereum. And you have to remember, too, people are selling things off to get into Solana. I would be looking at Sol BTC right now because of the juke. Juke is going to make Sol BTC likely pump pretty nicely to the upside, right? BTC pairs are in demand right now. We're going to talk about that as well. Look, so we're getting a golden cross here on Bitcoin dominance. Looks like we could get some sideways price action for Bitcoin dominance, but it still doesn't, you know, to me, it's not like going to give up everything. Let's look at ETHBTC on the Binance chart. We go over this a lot. And look, it did get a beautiful pump to the upside. Is it amazing? We'll see. Defied that flag. We got no love out of that flag, right? But the bigger idea was we've been inside this symmetrical triangle for a long time now. See this thing? We've been drawing this out and talking about it. That was our bottom with bullish div, which we were able to call. Should have been the, you know, but we came up, got resistance. And you can see on the 5-day chart, it really, I know it's crazy, but it says that Ethereum is not, it's not its time yet. And it almost making, you know, until we can get above the 200 SMA on the 5-day chart, that's going to be the really big beginning of alt season. That's what you need. Until you get that, Bitcoin is in control. All right. Bitcoin is in control. We're battling it now on the daily. That's how it begins. We could take over the 200 SMA here on the daily. This is key. What I'm giving you right now is just alpha gold, like straight up alpha gold. Because I've shown you numerous times that the 200 works. So all you have to do, now that I've showed you that it works and it plays out really well, you just have to use it on a mass scale with juxtaposed assets. And when you do that, you can see highly likely where the entire market's going to go. So I can give you the key to the city. I can give you the key to the trade. And I can also give you the key to like the bigger ideas here that are at hand. All right. And no, my arms aren't that big. It's just the camera, okay? The camera makes them look as big as, they're not that big, okay? They're just, I'm tiny. I'm a little tiny, like little shrimpizo, all right? Let's take a look at ETHBTC here, all right? The daily wants to push to the upside. RSI wants to push up. MACD also looking pretty nice. Says we could get a bit of a bounce here on the daily, though. So to me, it's saying, hey, Bitcoin dominance pulls back, goes somewhat sideways. We are going to get a little push up in these altcoins right here. Low, high, higher, low. First higher low in a set in a long time. Daily looks amazing. So yes, I see a bit of a move here for ETHBTC. Let's take a look at total 3, which is the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and the altcoins. Broke out. All right. We talked about this. We did get the breakout. We went over this on my weekly macro analysis every single Friday. You got to tune into that video. Stay tuned on that every Friday afternoon. It's going to blow your mind. All right. So look, 1 candle, 2 candle closing above that price action. 4-hour candle just getting above the 200 SMA. This is kind of where we sit now. I'd watch this like a hawk, overbought on the Stoke. See, it's like we're kind of in this middle period here. So like we just need some sideways consolidation. And we're going to complete this puzzle with the DXY. That's what's going to be beautiful. Once we match the DXY and tether dominance, we're going to get a really good picture of what's going down. So what we need here is the 1 hour to stay, to stay above 485. Once we break 45, it means we're going to be into for some like bigger pullback, maybe to the 200 SMA on the 1. And then, and we want to see that the 4 hour stays above the 200. Same thing Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin takes a bigger pullback. Whole market takes a pullback. You get it? Everything's at the whim of BTC, even though they're somewhat juxtaposed. But look, the shoulder, the head, the whole thing is ready to rock. A little bit of mixed signals on the 4 hour. The 1 hour really has to take us there to the upside. Daily also getting overbought, but it is crossing the dotted line. I've seen massive pumps come from there. And we broke above this key level. This is beautiful. Resistance ever since January 2nd. So it's been 2-3 week resistance, and we got above it on the almost a month. Actually, we got above on the 27th. So the altcoins want to break out, or at least begin to kind of consolidate here and get ready for their next bigger move to the upside. Target would be 576 for starters. All right. Sam, the swole one. Shout out to Legos the Lifer, man. If you are in the live, you're in the right place at the right time. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker. He's baking the bears. So, look, I'm not in love with this price action at all. Everyone say at all? At all. Once you lost boom, boom, boom. Once you lost that, if you can't flip back above that, expect more downside. So, like, you got to get back above 4,350, 43,300, really. And look, now, look, the 1 minute again. When the Stokes came up and you weren't above that high, you knew you were going to possibly go lower. So I'm watching Nasty Chop. And honestly, hold on. If I get really, really disciplined about my trend line, okay. Shout out to the 1,294 people here on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. If I came to your house, I'd hit that like button. I'm telling you right now. Too much salt in your diet, making your arms swell. Funny. If you are in the live, you're in the right place at the right time. How often do you lift with Jason? Look at them arms. They're funny, man. Been with the lifer for 2+ years. Abundant learning. Irish Aries, Matt Stevens, we love you. Inshallah, the world will have peace. Too much salt in your... Oh, yeah. 50 MA on the daily needs to hold or hover under. Yeah. They're playing games with this key level here. Kind of a preview that, you know, that's the money. There's your cup and handle on the money. That's your entry right there for the blast off. Stop loss below the level, get the pump to the upside. So that is a known, this is a known model that we use here. Okay. And that's likely going to pump up. Once it gets above the 200, look for a massive move to the upside. Technically, it's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, but it's also the cup with the handle. Higher low with the bullish div. First higher low after the bullish div usually gives you that entry to the upside. Let's see if we can break the mold here and get back up. This is dissecting the small time frames. This is how small time frames break back up. And you can learn so much from little to big, big to little. There's so much to learn. I find it just absolutely fascinating. I've learned a lot today just teaching with each and every one of you. Like, so much has gone on. It's been a blast. Like, today has been an absolute blessing. Thank you to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for Google for creating what you created. Thank you for YouTube. You know, YouTube created an opportunity for so many people to do what they love. Anything you put your mind to, once you get a camera, start editing, put a concise idea, have a plan, and, you know, your whole life can change. And YouTube, you know, I love YouTube for that. We all complain about algorithms. We all complain about, you know, big business. I get it. And there's some downside to it all. The centralization of it all. But at the end of the day, it brought us all together and it gave me such a beautiful life. And so God bless YouTube. You know, I have, like, you know, nothing but great things to say about all YouTube communities out here. And we're a crypto community, but I'm a kindred to all YouTubers, man. Whether you're talking about how to build a tiny house, redo your van, whatever it is. So there it is. There's the confirmation. We want this to confirm a close above this yellow line. If we can get that, we can get right. We did this yesterday or 2 days ago, and look, it was a massive. Right here. Once we got that confirmation, oh my gosh, we got the move up. That was yesterday. We may be seeing a repeat of yesterday. They flush out the longs, they come down, and then boom. So in 25 seconds, we'll see if this candle closes above the 200. Now, I've seen it close above, and you know, it's not 100%. It just gives you a higher probability of a bigger move to the upside. Now you see the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. That's the higher low. And we said that would be your exact entry for the money printer to the 200 SMA. 70% could be sold here. Boom. And if it takes off, it takes off. Likely now you're in the gap. You should get to, you know, see if I open it up over here. You should be getting to that high volume node right there. Yeah, at 43,500. But only time will tell. If this closes below it now, we know it's rejection. And then what we know is happening is we're forming this like another symmetrical triangle that's likely breaking to the downside. So once we get rejected by this too, we know we can then play likely the bearish move to the downside. As long as we stay above this 200 SMA, we have to remain bullish on this small time frame. This is how the concept works. Okay. People would charge you thousands of dollars for what I'm teaching you right now. Why do I do it? Because I truly know that I'm not going to be here forever. I believe that. I understand the fact that I am not going to be here forever. I fully take that in every single day of my life. I realize I could pass. There's no guarantees that I'll be here tomorrow. What I can do is I can teach today. I can control the present moment in time. All right? And because I'm always living in the present moment, I fear not anything else but what I'm doing in front of me. And what I'm doing right now is using what I can to teach. All right? So bang, right? So because of that, I believe that you got to give away what you know, because you never know when you won't. What if I'm not here tomorrow? And then I could look back and be like, dang, I knew so much about the 200 and I couldn't tell anybody. And, you know, I could pass away knowing that I did everything I could for as many people as I could. I got paid very nicely for it. I ran my own business. And of course, I make a business, you know, I have a business teaching. I have a Discord. I'm not going to ever shy away with the fact that I don't make money off online. Like, you know, it's funny. I was watching an influencer said that the other day. He's like, it's another form of income. Like, I'm a businessman. I can open up as many streams of income as possible. There's no reason not to, right? But the only reason people listen to me is because I found cake, right? Like, my whole entire following started when I didn't charge a dime and nobody knew me. People just started watching us win. We just began to win. Like, the community was built so organically, and now we're here. So look, now would be possible idea here. Open up along. Bang, right? It's showing possibilities, and then stop right below and bang, see if we get to the next area there. There could be a fair value gap we're going for. There's one right here. All right. There's one right there. That candle there doesn't, you know, but you can see that's a gap. And you can see it in the, you know, whether you use your ICT strategy or you just use the VRVP, you can see the VRVP is going to give you these gaps, similar gaps. They're going to be bigger though. This is going to give you kind of exact liquidity sections. Okay. Maybe definitely a little more precise. But at the same time, you'd be surprised how much you'll hit these gaps pretty nicely on the edge. We must keep the candle above it. The second we close below it, this is a wrap. Likely, and then you have to look at support or resistance. Like, what was your resistance? Well, it was right there to the left. You couldn't get above it. So you're likely coming down now. And the stochastics are overbought too. It's like, oh, there we go, though. I feel like they're watching my stream right now. Like, what do we do? Like, don't give him, you know. So now the algo says you win this. The algo says, I mean, now you have 4 candles closed above the 200, and you made a flag. 30 seconds making a bit of an ascending triangle. You see this? There's your 30-second. There's your trade right there, a 30-second. Stop below the level, pump to the 200, get above it, into the fair value gap, call it a day. All right. And Bitcoin should be getting up to 43,457 now into this area of liquidity. No guarantees, but it's very likely. Okay. Now we got a solid candle closing above the 200. Very good sign. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline, breakout, right? You can use a little bit of everything, sprinkle the sauce. I'm not trading today because I know there's going to be shenanigans today. It's that simple. However, you know, the fundamentals should follow through no matter what, but maybe I'll be enticed. This does look interesting. Open up my futures account just for a second. The second I peek at it, right? I mean, I love this. I love these entries. When you can just be so close to your entry with the stop. And we're just really going up to the next resistance. That's all. Like, no even pattern needed. This is just simply trading the SMA, right? I'm not doing it yet. I want to feel it out. I feel out all my trades first. Because I don't know the trade until I see the risk. And I don't know the risk until I make the trade. 43,314, right? I can't stand that. Like, if you do it here, but if you're in the wrong one, then it's going to get rid of your work too, right? I'm in the right one. Thanks. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, I just have both positions. Yeah. If you put this, I had this click the other day. You don't want to hide other pairs, and then it won't show the pair. I want to see both. I was like, I couldn't see both of my positions. This is up to 250 on 500 bucks. It's a great trade since that Thursday night, Saturday and Friday, Saturday night, I believe. So this would be the trade. And the trade is the fact that you're staying above the 200. You're basically trading on that idea. It'd be very similar to this trade right there that pumped. That one worked out. This one worked out very well. That one worked out. That one played out. That one played out. This one, you know. This one played out and then came for you. This one barely didn't really do it. I wouldn't go for that one. This one played out pretty nicely. This one played out beautifully. Like, see, one candle. Boom. So far, we're getting what we should be getting, right? No, we went below. All right, I thought 330 was high. And there you go. That's like, you know, and this to see how this high the Stokes are high, negated, like not taking it. So like the Stokes really, you want to see getting above with low Stokes too as well. So I'm not like, see, I'm not taking the trade. So to me, it's all, you know, I'm never like 100% until I like I gotta feel the trade out. And I should, you know, I could remind myself to stick to my rules. Like, I knew there's going to be manipulation today. I know there's going to be manipulation. So, and look, that 1 minute now says we're going lower. Now it says you're going to dump. So now you can flip the other way and trade short. And this says we're going to dump. Right now you're going to dump. Boom. Target is going to be 43,100. 10. And they're showing you this liquidity below us saying, hey, I want to fill a bag at 40, you know, 400 Bitcoins at 43,000. So looking forward to the ETH, ETF, ETH up 3%, and Grayscale, ETH only up 1%. There you go. Yeah, I mean, the whole ETF idea is just so anti-crypto, right? Wow, look at that, dude. The shenanigans. Look at the shenanigans today. I told you there was going to be shenanigans, did I not? Look at that. Look at that. That's insanity. Did you see that 1 minute candle? People just got rocked. Stay strong. Another 100 subs, 53,300 subscribers and climbing. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not clicked the subscribe button, please click it. Help the lifer community. Jump on it today, dude. Jump on it today. See, I got that beautiful leverage trade open here on MEXC. All right. And again, I didn't trade leverage I traded spot for 9 years before I traded leverage. Now you're back above the 200 SMA. See, now they're enticing me again. I don't know why they keep doing this, but now they're making me kind of, and they just went and grabbed liquidity. Now I got a bit of a trend line here. Now it's likely this thing could rock. Oh, I want to hit it. But why? Wait, isolated 3,000, 30x. Yeah, my liquidation will be 42,000. Why am I, like, it's weird. I usually couldn't use that much of the portfolio before. That much leverage. I feel like something's wrong. This is interesting. I'll tell you what. They're toying with me now. I was going to go right back down again. Long, short, in 3 minutes. Been a while, but I'm here. Trading is very similar to, in my humble opinion, to chess, right? You don't know what the opponent's going to do when you play chess. You got to make your decision based on, you know, and again, once your opponent moves, you change your position. Do you not? So if I were to someone that was going to, you know, I'm showing you how to be fluid. Like, I'm teaching you how to actually trade, how your mind should be completely limber when trading. And you shouldn't be stuck on any bias. You should be stuck on probability only. And the second that probability fails you, this took years to get to be able to flip like that. And to be able to know when and not when. And to sit there in a state of like, kind of like, I don't know. So That is why many will be wrecked if they don't have strong fundamentals. Amen. Exactly. Sandra Cool Crypto. God bless you, Sandra. We love you. Are we doing live trading? I do many times if I feel the need, if there's something out there that goes well, right? The moving average is getting tight here above the 200 SMA are telling a story that Bitcoin does want to make a move to the upside. 3 minute would break that 200 SMA, would be awesome too as well. Let me take a look at the bigger picture here. And now we are nicely above the 200 there. That would be a big pump up. Like usually once you do all that, you're gone. 7 minute looks interesting for the pump back to the top of the channel into this fair value gap. 15 minute maybe flip in. And as we said, the 1 hour always did look somewhat bullish to us from the very, very beginning of the day, right? There's the clean break above. Now you have 3 candles nicely closed above the 200. I'm revisiting the idea of the trade. But there they go. Flusher down, maybe. Look, double top, M pattern. Brah. Right? I'm not doing it. I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it today. You know, I'm going with my original instinct was to not trade today. And so I'm staying off. I'm not opening up the long. That was hard to do. I want to impress everybody. I want to look like the coolest guy in the world. I want to be the man. I want to stroke my ego, you know? But, you know, also should be a humble guy and explain that some days it's not time to trade. All right? And again, that doesn't, you know, support everything. You know, I should be pushing everything to do everything. Hit my link, you know, do it. That's not me. You know, God will take care of me. If I take care of myself, take care of you. All right? So, looks like an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute time frame. Possible. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Make a move to the upside. Very possible. Stochastics are high, though. Need to come back down again. We did hold 43.3, though, which is a key area of support or resistance. If we can continue to hold that level, we are in some good shape. And we have a third higher low in a row. And we're starting to get tighter and tighter inside this ascending triangle. So, if anything, we know we're about to blow here. Look. Bitcoin's going to make, in the next 5 to 10 minutes, Bitcoin's going to get so tight in here, it's going to have to break up or down. So a big move is coming for Bitcoin very, very soon. And you're going to see it happen here on the 1 minute time frame right here, live on the channel at 11:46 p.m. Looks like an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute. Let's take a look at the DXY if we can sneak it in here while we're waiting for that one quick move. Damn, my hand is hurting today, right? I hold the mouse all night long, all day long. Class this weekend. Keep following you feeling. Shout out to Broke It, Super Chats, GMX, NOIA, XAI. This guy's such a weirdo, right? You know, my system says you have to open the long above the 200 SMA with a stop on the other side. You have no choice. Probability says this will break out. Navy SEALs are too strong to give profits to the snipers today. You're funny. Keep following you. You're funny. I don't think you're making fun of me or something, or you're being nice. I don't know. It's funny. God bless you, Chandra Cool Crypto. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Zaps Biz. Stick to your plan. Zaps, I love you. You were on the stream last night. Super awesome. Loved hearing you. Well, the plan is shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside. Right? I'm going to take the long. Bang. Wait. What is that? Hold on. 43.13. We're at 40. Oh, yeah. It's so close, though. Nah. Would have to be down a little lower. That's a 273 now. So that's another reason there. 43.287. Nah, I'm sticking to the plan. I'm not trading. I almost got sucked in there. Look, there it goes, though. You know what's crazy is the probability is it's going to go through the gap. I'm taking the trade. You can't live in fear. Never live in fear. I'll just make it a smaller trade. I'll trade like $60 for 170. You know, I just won't make it a huge trade. That's all. That's all. There you go. Not a biggie. You can see that's how much I don't like losing money. Like, I could make 10 grand in a day. I don't want to lose 70 bucks. Because if you always care about every dollar, then you'll care about every dollar. You get what I'm saying? If you always care about every dollar, you'll always care about every dollar. If you sometimes care about every dollar, then you'll sometimes care about every dollar. You can't be all, life is all, like, it's kind of, life is sometimes a bit all or nothing. You got to pick a move, right? You got to pick a lane. That's a nice cup of coffee, $3 real quick, right? And it's not a huge trade. $1,400 at margin at $1,300, right? It's a $41,000 trade. We'll see. Up $6, right? $2, yeah. And very high risk. But we are above the 200 SMA now after battling it a lot here. Oh, there we go. No. And I'm not risking a lot. That's the key, everyone. So because I couldn't help myself, I just made a smaller trade. If you can't help yourself, trade a small amount. That's how I always look at it, right? 100% be good luck out there, brother. God bless your position. Did you see my super chat? We'll take a look at the super chats. God bless you, the Hoover family. Long time, buddy. Love being back. Will you look at SHIDO? Shout out to the Hoover family. Let's take a look at SHIDO. My man. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at SHIDO here on the chart. Ooh, it's getting juicy right now, though. We might go to 400, baby. Right? Look, that's how you make $5 real quick. Real quick. $6, $8, 15. Oh! Oh! Ah! I just yo, I have to snipe that. Oh my goodness. No, I'm in though. Yo, that's a gosh. Yo! Yo, something about when price action just does what it's supposed to. Yo, just when you do what you're supposed to do, baby. Dude, that's too quick. I'm taking those gains. I'm taking gains. I took those gains real quick, but it's probably going to continue. I sell early. Oh my goodness. Look at it continue to bump. Oh my goodness. Sammy does it again, baby. It's like I knew it. It's like I was here before. You think I actually knew it was going to happen before it happened? You think I had a psychic ability to see the charts before they made? Yo, this is crazy, yo. Like, yo, nobody does it like this, yo. Nobody. Yo, God, I love God. Dear Lord, I love you with everything in my heart, man. You keep making these streams unbelievable. You keep giving me the strength to show up. My wife gave me the coffee. The caffeine dream, baby. The caffeine dream. What, babe? Huh? I'm done what? No more? I want another cup, and I want it now. I'm sweating out my pores. My ears are dancing. It's time to bring up that music. I made the right call at the right time. Bang, bang, bang to the upside. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. Woo! Yo, there's nothing better than that feeling, man. Seeing a candle like that right when you get into a trade, taking the trade, getting in, getting out. Yo, calling it before it happens, believing in yourself, knowing that when you get above a 200 SMA, price action likes to get busy. Yo, that was hot. Inverted head and shoulder. We had a stop. We were professional about how we did it. It was the watery coffee. Bang, bang, bang to the upside. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it and then continuing to pump to the upside. Funny, the guy goes, that's just $85, but he doesn't realize I put like 40 grand into the market before I went to bed at 1 a.m. last night. I need this to pump, man. I got hundreds of thousands of dollars in these alts, bro. I'm in some swing trades that I'm like, every little bit helps with these Bitcoin moves, bro. You're going to make 30 cups of coffee after this trade. You're funny. Not about the amount to all the haters, about calling it right, baby. Dead, you know what I mean? I can't do anything with 160. I made a few dollars at best. I don't want to put too much. I'm turning 5 grand into 7 grand. That's the key, though. All right? We're turning this 5,000 into 7,000. All right? And I'm not done for the day. We could do this 10 times a day and make 85. That was $85 in Little League. And I think it might have been more. It was 85 bucks in freaking, how fast? A minute and a half? You can make 85 bucks in a minute and a half. You know, you can come back to me. What we just did is like something that most people will never do in their entire lives. Make 85 to 100 bucks in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We got into the trade here. 1, 2, 3, 4 freaking minutes. A lot of people here made 100 bucks in 4 minutes of their time. Like, you know how hard I used to have to work to make $100? Who here would have to work so much for, how much would you have to work? Put in how many hours you have to work for 100 bucks around the world. There's people all around the world here. From America to all around the world. How much do you have to work for 100 bucks? Let's just see. You're going to see the hour. You're not going to believe it. How much do we have to work to make 100 bucks? Caffeine is evil. It may be, but it got us here though, didn't it? And look, now you're away from what? The 21-day moving average. Too fast. You're going to have to come back down. That was a liquidation. Fast liquidation on BOOKMAP. And you got to love how these liquidations look. So 2 hours, 1.5, 6 hours, 4 hours, 3.5, 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, 1 week, 8 to 9 hours. See? 10 hours, somebody says. 5 hours, 40 hours to make 100 bucks. See? In other parts of the world, 4 hours, 6 hours, 1.5, 3.6, 9 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours. Nobody here said 4 minutes, right? Nobody here said 4 minutes. Nobody, right? Nope. Okay, so you just got to, wow, look at that. And look, we went to the fair value gap. You see that? Master friend, man. Listen to the ICT, baby. You don't have to use everything, but use a little bit here and there. Just sprinkle it in there. It's not going to hurt you. It can't bite. It's only going to make you know more information. I can still trade my flags and my moving averages, right? And so now you're looking for one of these consolidation moves. You're looking for this to come back to the 21-day moving average. The golden cross is now approaching. This was supposed to happen when you get above a 200 SMA. They just went after the first buy. We almost got sniped there, but we waited patiently for the inverted head and shoulder. See how doing the right thing is how you sidestep everyone that gets beat out of shape? All right. I love using my skills. I learned from both you and Master Friend. Combining them is cheat codes. Ignorance is evil. Amen. Lexi won't allow leverage unless I have 1K plus in the account. I'm from Argentina. I wish I made that kind of money. See? Sam, in the future, we all need 5 minutes like you. Yeah. If you do this 10 times a day, you average 4 days a week, you can make an excellent retirement. I love what he just said, Armstrong. Yeah. Just 85, bro. Broke mindset to have. Shout out to Stack McChange. I love that you just said that. Abundance, right? Every single thing can be compounded to more. In Dominican Republic, the minimum salary per month is just $200. $200 a month, dude. Minimum salary. See? We're going to look at GMX, NOIA, XA, and SHIDO. We also have coins that we're going to talk about and break it down. And, Bitcoin, huge signal flash. The signal that flash is the 8 hour above the 200 SMA. To me, that's the huge signal. I know it's like, but I'm telling you, it's a big deal. It's why I'm staying in my trade, the other trade, right? I'm still in the other trade, but there's no reason to leave that other trade. And honestly, this looks like it's going to get busy here. To me, it's setting up for another flag above some support or resistance areas here. We got a lot of chop right here. There's nice support right there. That looks like it's about to get busy again for another pump to the upside here for Bitcoin. Target is further up. 43,645 is the target for Bitcoin. So I pulled the trigger. I had, I go through all these mental things in my brain before I jump into the trade. You got to love it, though, man. Just the accuracy has been absolutely insane. Lock leverage, 200x max, open position at price with current leverage multiplier. Maximum size at the current leverage. That's a lot of math, Jennifer, at once. Thank you, brother. Gains, motivation, and coffee. Everything is possible, and anything is possible. Shout out to Doc Wilkie with the world, baby. Doc Wilkie World, man. We love you. We appreciate you. I'm not getting into this trade just yet. I'm just looking at it. It's a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. 43397 would be the stop. The target would take us to 43,645 for this move here further to the upside. Already starting to break out. Looks like it definitely wants to move, and it held support there. See, bounced off support for BTC. Just weird. I have to use the whole account just to make. That's weird. That used not to happen. I wonder what's going on. They changed the leverage. It's like I have to use so much more leverage now to make a gain, you know? Something going on. I was winning too much. You know, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just weird. I just remember I would just pull this a little bit and use a tiny amount. And it doesn't make sense. The math shouldn't change. It's weird. This looks like it's going to go all the way back up to 43,645. And now, look, you got the liquidity above us now. Look, now they got this guy came in at 43.9. That wasn't there before. So they kind of tried to spoof the 43,000. And the biggest orders are above us at 44,470 for Bitcoin. All right. The life for long. I'm a nut, man. But, dude, you'd be a nut, too, if you were hitting it every single day like this and just feeling good and using strategies that took you years and years to practice. And just, if you sat by yourself in front of a computer days on days on days while everyone else was out partying, while everyone else was out doing something, you were alone grinding. You were alone, you know, and that's why we love the trading groups, because so much of us have gone through so much discipline. We just want to hear someone else. We just want to be with someone else while we're on our computer for the day, you know, and have someone else to talk to, go over some things, talk about our charts. You know, it's hard enough alone. We like to do it with a group. That's why I started my trading group. I wanted to create a beautiful, positive place. And you pay $99. You know why? You pay a lot to go to a really nice restaurant, right? Why? Because it's just a little nicer than going to Chipotle, all right? You pay $99 to join my trading group because it's a little nicer than your average trading group, all right? It's not Chipotle of trading groups, all right? It's the Capital Grill of trading groups. So jump on into the Capital Grill of trading groups. We're going to start using that, but jump on into the Capital Grill of trading groups, Crypto Lifer trading group, man, you know? And it has a higher echelon of people in there that will take you to a higher level, in my humble opinion, okay? And I have no problem saying that, and I don't feel bad saying that. I love the people that we represent in the group. I'm going to get to your super chats. It's just been, Bitcoin has been taking up 2 hours of our time every day. I can't believe it. We were able to call Bitcoin accurately yet again right before that pump happened. It was like we knew it was going to, I just can't. Oh, you got to love it, man. And look, this is setting up for a possible another move to the upside here for BTC. Who here has taken gains with the lifer? Put a 1 in the comment section if you made gains on that long, baby. Who here jumped in on that long with the lifer? Who here is still on the long? Capital Grill's commercial. We're more like the Palm. You're funny. You knew the Palm in New York? The Palm of the Palm too? I know the Palm, dude. Okay. 42nd Street. I think it was on 5th Ave and 42nd, if I remember correctly. There was 2 locations. They're actually not that far from each other too, which was weird. Put a 1 if you made gains today trading with the lifer yet again. It's a reoccurring occurrence. Seems to happen almost every single day, baby. My dad liked the Palm. My dad brought me to the Palm. My dad would research all the higher end things and knew. He would come to New York and he'd only bring me to like a Lane's, the Palm, you know, Peter Luger's. My dad was the man like that, man. Flash close button on MEXC. Just beware, everyone. I believe it costs like $240 setting it to the use flash close button on MEXC futures. So factor the extra cost into your yeah, exactly. Be careful with flash close. Capital Grill, increase your capital. Nah. They put the bait out for you. Does he go back out to the battlefield? It looks nice to me. Right? Hey, man, in and out. It looks like it's going to continue to pump. They're going to blast these shorts to the upside. A short squeeze looks to be happening here for BOOKMAP, for Bitcoin. BOOKMAP beginning to load that yellow liquidity. You know, when we get excitable, right there, it is there. It's like, ooh, it wants 44,200 for BTC. I'm still in this trade, up 54%, 285 of the 500. That's that long-term 8-hour idea there that is playing out very nicely. And I showed you how to do that on the weekend. I said, just open up a trade when the 8-hour gets above the 200 SMA. Call it a day right there. The second we got this high, I said, I'm in. I didn't even wait for the candle to close. And that trade began to rip to the upside. Possible pullback for Bitcoin. It's not all love. I could see us come back down to this fair value gap here at 42,500. So it's not all amazing for BTC. All right. And we'll stick to that smaller time frame idea for now, but I would like to eventually get to that bigger top-down analysis. Didn't get the chance to today like I normally do, which is interesting. Bearish divergence here too now. as this swung to the downside and this swung to the upside and you hit the top of the channel. This was supposed to happen. And now you're just back inside the chop, baby. Right? Boom. This is it. I mean, this is the pattern. Let me put that back. And so I know it's somewhat messy, but I'm using my combined strategies, and you know, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. You know how many people got their butt handed to them on that move right there? For us to make that gain, a bunch of people had to get slaughtered. You know that, right? I'm just being honest. Like, I'm sorry to say, but a bunch of people had to lose their entire shirts. You know how many people just got their entire accounts liquidated right there on that move? A good amount, millions of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of accounts were absolutely obliterated right there. I could have been obliterated. It was close. I'm not saying I'm like, you know, but man, our accuracy is just uncannily ridiculous. So, but again, you never know, man. I'm still a beginner at this, and I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I say that every time. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I'm still taking it one step, one day at a time. My ability to stay a beginner is my strength to win. My ability to stay a beginner is my strength to win. 43,716. 43,422. If I feel the need to play this flag to the upside, that makes sense now. Yeah, 600 for $2,000. So now I could risk, 100 for 379. That would be the trade I would take right there. 100 for 390, 97 for 390. I like that. All right. Above the 21-day moving average after crossing the 200 SMA. Very bullish sign. Previous resistance, SR flip right there. So you're trading the resistance, bounce, back above, bounce. So you're trading the SR flip, low stochastic. I'm going to I like it. All right. One more on this 1 minute time frame. And then I'm done for the day. Shoot out one more time. Give me my pump, baby. 43,700. Let's get this squeeze going. I don't have all day. Let's get this going now. I don't have all day, BOOKMAP. Let's show these people what a squeeze is on the stochastics RSI over here. Okay. That was a great scalp. I very rarely play the smash like that on the 1 minute. Wow, coffee gets you really I'm like, whoo, I'm a little out of there, For someone that doesn't take coffee a lot, people say, that's a drug, man, as far as I'm concerned. My heart's beating, I do believe it helped me execute, though, in some way, shape, or form, right? Let's take a look at GMX. Ooh. I don't like losing any money. Oh, see, down 23. Got to stick to it no matter what. No emotions needed. Deep breath, Sammy. Let it fly. Deep breaths. Just let it fly. Deep breaths. It's all good. GMX. Let's take a look at GMX. Remember, no emotions needed when trading. You're setting up a probability that you already thought out. You're pulling what you're willing to risk and you're leaving it there. Whatever happens, happens. Let it go. When I do that, I have data to go back on. I have a beautiful P&L. When I start playing games and going in there and using my emotions to change the trade, I start losing the trade. All right. Look at this beautiful short squeeze playing out for us right now to 540 to the upside here for Bitcoin. All right. Trade just got a shooter to the upside. We're up $35 again, or about 5% to add to the trade. Can we continue to get the pusher? That could just be a little add-on there. Scalp that and walk away. Another solid move here for Bitcoin. Now we're up another 45.78. That was a huge push. Look at that. Massive move. Look at the bang, bang, bang. We did it again. We just did it again for you, yet again. And now I'm going to scalp that 97 with last here. All right. Boom. What I actually like to do now is go to the 1 second chart. All right, I take a look at where we're at, and I start moving the stop up. So here's my stop now, right there, right? Now I start trading flags on the 1 second like a madman, seeing what I can get out of the trade with my stop loss right below the flag. Now I'm guaranteed to win. I don't mind getting stopped out now at this point. Now it's just a game to me. That's all. I already took that risk. Now I've removed the risk. I'm in there, baby. You can see the caffeine, man. I am out of my mind right now. But like, I'm just winning on the caffeine. So it's great. This is nuts. And look, I'm showing you like some of the greatest strategies on earth. Yo, I've given so much away today. It's insanity. But this is how I love to do it. Right? And you can see how I'm playing it to the line. I could easily get stopped out here. There it is. I did, but I won the trade again. I won again. Right? And I continue to bring this, I compound my wins over and over again. That's the key. All right? That's the key. We just want another beautiful short squeeze to the upside. We just keep taking it. Okay? We just keep taking it. All right? Congratulations. Who just made another beautiful gain to the upside? You got any more of that coffee? Shout out to the 1,258 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And look, we banged on you again. Look at that thing. Boom. Beautiful move to the upside for BTC. We had it mapped out for you here. Let's get out of this tiny, And again, trading the 1 minute chart gave us those gains. But you got to learn how to zoom in, right? We got this one. We got that one. Look, we took this gain. We took that gain. We took them both. And then we waited for consolidation. I mean, you can't beat this, right? And now look, the stochastics. We traded low stochastics to high stochastic. Oh, man. Sam, it would be easy to stream on Rumble alone. You would love to see you on over there. Now we're deciding that we want one place to stream. We talked about it today as a whole group. YouTube's working really well for us. We want to stick with YouTube. We want one place. We don't want to stream all over the place. You know what I mean? For right now, we are YouTube. I do think, everything is great. I love all the up and coming things. It's amazing. But right now, we love YouTube. We're YouTube people. And I've always found if you keep your focus centered, that's where your focus will win, right? You're going to be putting lemon in the coffee tomorrow. I love each and every one of you for being here and witnessing greatness every day. And look, there it is, comes down. Why? Bearish divergence. This strong bearish div. Look at that. That's swinging down, and you give a sharp swing up. That's bearish divergence, my friends. And you hit the resistance that you couldn't get back above before. Right there. Previous resistance becomes, right? Boom. And honestly, I need a break from the screen. Like, I need a break from the screen. It's been awesome. It's been an insane week. Traded chop. I said I wouldn't trade and then traded it anyway. It's nuts. You should be selling that coffee with the 99, then clip from when you had it now. Drink this coffee and make amazing trades. Lifer coffee. YouTube is cool. You still say something. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Super chats, GMX, NOIA, XAI, and SHIDO. Let's take a look at the super chats. So GMX is getting tighter in the zone. I like what I'm seeing here for GMX. Super awesome. Come up, get tight, and the tighter it gets, I see a big move coming. It's a decentralized exchange. Shoulder, head, bit of a right shoulder. Unlikely it's going to break this low, but you never know. I say high probability GMX does make it to 117. I'll hold some GMX, not a lot. I believe, there's better multipliers out there. All right. But I do like some GMX. Welcome to the Maria family. I'm in the Maria family. And it feels really good. I waited and waited and waited and waited for the pullback. And I feel really good about joining the Maria team. And, I'm not part of the team, but, in my mind, I'm part of the team, right? They didn't invite me. No one called me, But just let the people at Maria know that the lifer is in and the lifer believes in them. And they better not disappoint. All right. No, GMX was my go-to before I moved all my trading to Jupiter. GMX is good, though. I just like working on Sol instead. Alts are not dumping as bad as usual when Bitcoin pulls back. This is good for the altcoins. Yeah. I mean, you call that a pullback? Bitcoin's been doing some damage. Funny. So I see GMX making a nice move to the upside. The safe way to trade GMX is to wait for it to break above 66 and retest or make some type of flag. Take 66 to 116. Simple as simple does. I put an alert right there, and when we cross that level, it will tell me. And so that's all I really need for GMX. Put one here too, just so I can put out to the trading group when I see it getting tighter and possibly closer for a better move. I like GMX though on the radar. Let's take a look at NOIA. Isn't that Syntropy? Let's take a look here. Syntropy. Yep. So the last time I went over it, I saw this getting tight. I put out 2 alerts for it. This thing has been hot, and it's known to be hotter than most. Doesn't get sold off a lot. Its pullbacks are few and far between as it continues to get some legs here. Hit my alerts twice. The only thing I don't like is the moving averages are a little too far away. The 21 and the 200, you know, we'd have to get a bigger move on maybe. Let's see what the 2-day says. 2-day chart suggests we could get a bullish move. The 22-hour still wants to come down. We could get a lower possible price. We just don't want to break this trend line. So far, we did get back above it. And the spread's a little light. 4-hour looks absolutely amazing for a bounce here. Could be the lowest price after this higher low. Could be the best place to get in for the tightness before a bigger move. I like this coin. I've traded it on and off throughout the last year or two. It's been good. It was on KuCoin, I believe. It's also on, it may only be on KuCoin. I don't know if it's on MEXC. And get yourself a KuCoin with an RNSID today. Don't be shy. Get yourself a Palau ID on an RNSID. Change your life. Get yourself KYC'd on KuCoin and get back into the mix. If you feel left out, there's a lot of stuff going on KuCoin. Get in there today. Link in the description below to KuCoin if you want to join. Hey. So look, tightness on NOIA. I'm watching this. Set alerts on NOIA. Definitely trading group. We should be watching NOIA for sure. For sure. All right. You must learn how to use alerts. If you're not using alerts, you're going to have a tough time. Think about it. I can't remember every single coin that I go over. I go over tons and tons. I can just go here. And look, I'll just give you a sneak peek, and then I'm going to flip out. Boom. Those are all the alerts that I have waiting for me. All right. We talked about getting into CLORE. CLORE continuing to push to the upside for a massive pump. Shout out to my man Steffelsgate. Dude, you did it again. 22% gains. I put $3,500 in. I am up huge. I put a lot of money in SEI last night, a lot of money in CLORE, and dude, super excited to see this move to the upside for CLORE AI. All right. I mined a lot of CLORE AI. Good for you, Burke. Dude, you mine a lot of stuff, man. Maria isn't on MEXC. It is if you switch to Ireland. If you move your VPN to Ireland, you will see Maria and alt layer. All right. I love you, bro. I hope I can make you laugh, man. Super chats, XAI and SHIDO. And see, even I took a call from the trading group. Like, it's not all about me. So XAI bounced up here. Looks really nice. Honestly, this looks beautiful. If anything's going to pump today, it looks like this thing is going to get litty. I own a bag of this. I figured it was, why not, right? We'll see what happens. XAI looks very, very interesting to me. I like what I'm seeing here for XAI. Shouldn't be ETH breakdown soon. Next on the screen share. I don't know what's next on the screen share, but you never know. So, I can't even say that out loud. I hope I didn't say that out loud just now. I am drunk off gains in coffee, as you can see. Nothing like hitting both your trades in a row on a live stream. Just, you can't beat that. Like, you'll be in euphoria too. So, like, dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me, man. May every single live stream go as blessed. It was tough too. It started off with the price action, really. Like this, I went into the live stream today thinking, I'm not trading any of this nasty chop. I don't see anything. But then I saw what I go for, right? My mind, you trade so much, you eventually do have a beautiful system. It just, when you finally have a system in place and for years you were playing games, it just feels absolutely amazing. You feel free. I tweeted the other day, I'm like, you finally feel free. Throw them bows, throw them bows, throw them bows, throw them bows. And I got to come back at 1 o'clock to do BOOKMAP. So I should stop right now. GameStop is out of control right now. That thing is out of control. It went up like 5,000% last night. It did a 50x last night. Would you please take a look at Foonware? I can't right now, but maybe I'll have somebody write it down. Sean, write down PHUN where Foonware. All right. XAI looks absolutely beautiful for a move to the upside. I like it. Stops below this level. I see a huge move coming for this puppy. I like what I'm seeing here for XAI. And you guys give me great super chats because you're lifers who have done your due diligence and you don't send garbage to the channel. So many educated people here. Of the thousands people here, so many of you are educated. Of the 1,500 people, please check XNA. This guy's high on life. I really am. JCap, you can feel it, man. I'm excited to be alive. We have one life to live. Like, how could you not be excited to live your life? I don't know. Like, I can't express any other way to be, but to be happy and just super, super excited with what's going on, right? I still stay strapped at all times. You never know. All right. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Strapped with a belt. That's all. I'm just wearing a belt. What? Strapped with a Burberry belt. XAI 4-hour looks with momentum. I waited so patiently to buy things. I'm just giving some stuff to the trading group here. All right. Last but not least, we're going to take a look at, I think we looked at SHIDO already, if I'm not correct. I could be wrong. Man, I like SHIDO. I like SEI. I like them all. I want them all. I see SHIDO getting lower down to this 200 SMA. Looking for SHIDO to kind of further come on down here. That's what I'm waiting for SHIDO. All right. My TA says SHIDO's got to come down lower. Usually it'll lose the 21 and it'll fall lower, at least to test this support at 7.5. So I see SHIDO coming down. All right. Stay strapped to get clapped. Yeah, exactly. With carries 43x with the green dot. Wife carries the 43x. You're funny. XNA. NOIA AI, let's take a look at that here on MEXC and CoinEx. Wow, they sold it off heavily all the way back to where it began. Pretty sad. We got in 001. We're still holding almost a 3x, right? At 2.7, I got in at 9, right? But yeah, I definitely sold it. I sold it. I was up huge. I decided you got to take profits, and I did. Mining coin, got excitable, and people start holding on. And do you think it could come back? I believe it could, right? It's just began. It has a long life cycle ahead of itself. I do hold some, all right? And some of it's probably down. So I'm not saying I won everything, but definitely I'm still up. But you want to see this kind of just slowly make its way on out of here. If you believe in this project, you're waiting for the bull. Really not much else I can say about it, all right? These are high risk. You got to really truly believe in something this early, all right? Can someone tell me what is the huge sign? Now, you'd have to go all the way back to the middle of the stream to find it. And we want you kind of clicking around here so we can get more, more algorithmic sauce out of you, right? We want you kind of adding. So we're not going to tell you. We want you to click around. Everybody, we love you. We appreciate you. And we thank you for being here. Still a 7X, even with this retrace. Insane. For where you got in. Yeah. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when we post our next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. That bear's divergence played out beautifully to the downside. We took both these little pumps to the upside. It was amazing. Boom, boom, boom. And it was fun. All right. I'll be back tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. I hope we have as much fun as we had today. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. And we're looking for Bitcoin to kind of stay inside this chop. We do not want to lose this trend line. We didn't lose it last time. Looks like we won't lose it this time. Just getting tighter and tighter inside the chop for BTC. I wouldn't be surprised if we went sideways until tomorrow. So just be careful. We have Fed meeting tomorrow. All right, everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. If you didn't get enough and you want to come back and we live trade again, I'll be back on the BOOKMAP live stream. All right. I'm going to send you guys the link right now to the BOOKMAP live stream. Actually, let me show it to you guys. Let me show it to you. You go here to BOOKMAP because you might have been hyped and you want more. And I get it. I'd want more too. So don't go to live BOOKMAP. Go to actual BOOKMAP. All right. I don't think it should say BOOKMAP, right? Might be live BOOKMAP. No, I believe it's no. It shouldn't be think with BOOKMAP either. It's like I should know it, right? There it is. And there I am right here today at 1 p.m. And the stream's been rocking. So I really appreciate you guys. You've been doing a really good job rocking it out. And I'm going to put the link right here, everyone. So if you want to see me at 1 o'clock, we start in a half an hour, 40 minutes. I'll be back here doing order flow for BOOKMAP. And I gave a live trade last week that was a beautiful short that played out. So I'll see you there on BOOKMAP. All right. Sean, put that out to the trading group too, and I'll copy and paste it. The less I have to think, the better at the end of the stream, man. I've been through a lot already today. God bless everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I hope you learned a lot. Hope you had a blast. I did. And I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. May God bless you all. Thank you so much. Remember, you are the opportunity. If you believe your opportunity, then you are. You are full of abundance. There's so much coming your way. You must train your brain to believe that you are the opportunity and that every single day you bring the opportunity into your life if you believe in it. If you believe there's an opportunity, there's nothing's happening. But if you believe in it, then the whole world opens up to you. There are so many possibilities. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to have more. Let's stay grateful for every moment that we did just have so we may have more. Amen. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow.